Where do we begin?
How about at the beginning?
The beginning? Well, it was 1 year after the HSC.
So, what happened?
Well, I was asleep on my couch and suddenly my phone went off.
Robbery at the Elmira Savings Bank in West Elmira. Let's take a look at the map right now and see where this is all going on. This is a photo sent in from Jason Wong of our media partner, the Star Gazette.
Sandy.
Goddard.
What happened?
I got a similar text.
Sandy.
It said I needed to come back to school urgently. I was kind of surprised. I was going alright a year after school had finished. So for Sandy to ring me up like that, it was a bit strange.
It was a bit of a surprise, very unexpected.
Yes.
I was thinking, what does Sandy want to do with me?
So then when we went to school and Mr. Goddard told us his wacky theory about Dr. Garrick and Mr. Blaine, I was even more surprised.
Gentlemen, come in.
Mr. Goddard.
How are you? Welcome back.
Mr. Goddard had some really weird fact.
He had a strange little inkling. He'd never, in all his years in the school, seen Dr. Garrick and Mr. Blaine in the same room together. And that came as a shock for us. We'd been taught by Mr. Blaine for years.
Oh, yes.
And it occurred to us we'd never seen them in the same room too. Mr. Blaine had never once in all my years at Canberra Grammar been to an assembly. Not once! Every time Dr. Garrick was doing a speech at any event, Mr. Blaine was nowhere to be seen.
They're never at staff meetings. They're never in assembly.
Sandy Goddard was freaked out. He thought something fishy was going on.
So what did you do?
What did we do?
Well, what could we do other than investigate and find out what was happening? We needed to get to the bottom of this.
How did you find him?
Well, we had a tip-off to start off with.
First of all, we received a message
That Mr. Blaine would be at a party.
a certain location out in the country at a certain time. We picked up, but boy, did we know, it was gonna get wild.
Oh, God.
We've received an executive tip-off. Mr. Blaine should be at the location. Let's go find him now. Let's go. Come here. What's this?
Black pants.
Guacamole pants! Chris Blaine has to be at this location. This is it. Let's go. Chris Blaine! Have you seen Chris Blaine?
Yeah.
I've heard he's in the toilet and he's been in there quite a while. He might be doing a poo.
What is Chris Blaine?
Have you seen Chris Blaine?
No, I haven't seen Chris Blaine tonight. But I have seen Dr. Garrick.
Well, I mean, there was no sign of Mr. Blaine.
I swear out on the dance floor we saw Kerry Rock cutting up some fine shapes. I don't know what was going on.
I saw it as well.
It was wild. It was wild.
Were there any other teachers involved in this conspiracy?
Oh, heck, of course. Heaps.
We interviewed anyone we could find about the Mr. Blaine Dr. Garrick fiasco.
No comment.
No comment, mate.
There's some strange thing going on between those two.
We started to think, putting the pieces together, that Dr. Garrick and Mr. Blaine must have a very interesting relationship. Well, things just weren't adding up. Our leads, our investigation, everything wasn't coming together right. It just was not making sense.
But there was one final lead.
Hey, you guys, me.
Martin Smith.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're looking for. Think about it. Dr. Garrett, Mr. Blaine. You're going about it the wrong way.
Mr. Guy, we've been doing some investigating.
And we've got some good news for you, sir.
Let's hear it.
After a tip-off from Mr. Martin Smith, we think we have enough evidence to confront Dr. Garrick, who will be doing it later today.
Make it so.
Come on!
Let's go!
Right, go, get in!
Stop!
No, sorry, we've got to do this, sorry! Where's Dr. Gary? Stop there, you can't get... No, what do you think you're doing? Dr. Gary, he's not out of our way! He's not! No!
We know your secret! You don't know what you're dealing with!
Go! First in, past the receptionist, past Mr. Smart.
Get out of the way!
Get out, Mr. McNeil.
This is something we had to do.
And what gave it away?
A number of things.
The guac pants.
Mr. Blaine's famous guac pants. The guacamole pants. He wears them every day. But then suddenly, we started seeing them in strange places.
The packets of Me's sushi.
And so, when we saw Dr. Garrick carrying little containers of Me sushi and chopsticks, we knew straight away.
The endless number of empty coffee cups.
Mr. Blaine drinks more coffee than anyone I know. That man's a 20-a-day coffee. So, when Dr. Garrick's office seems to be littered all the time whenever we walk past in our investigations with empty coffee cups, we knew something was going on. Ha! And so we got him. We cornered him. He had no other choice. We let him know. We knew his secret.
Stop right there! It's come to an end, Justin. Never have I been in such a state of disbelief, such shock.
Dr. Garrick is Mr. Blaine.
I am Blaine.